Good morning, dear children.
Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
How are you all?
Fine.
Fine, ma'am.
I'm good, thank you.
Fine.
Dear children, we are discussing the lesson minerals and power resources, right? I think we have completed mineral resources and started power resources, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
At Leo, I have put present for you. Then, by power resources, we mean, I'll give you a brief summary of the class. After that, I'll start new topic. By power resources, we mean energy or electricity, right? Power or energy play an important role in our life. For everything, we need power and energy, right? You cannot imagine a day without electricity, right? So it plays an important role in our life. We use energy for agriculture, transport, communication, industries, etc. Then power resources can be broadly classified into two. What are they?
Conventional and non-conventional.
Very good. Conventional and non-conventional energy. Then what do you mean by conventional source of energy?
It is a traditional source of energy.
It is a traditional source of energy which have been used for
Long
Long time.
long time. Very good. Can you give an example of conventional source of energy?
Firewood and fossil fuel.
Yes, firewood and fossil fuels, right? Firewood, all of you are familiar with the word firewood. You might have seen firewood which we use for cooking and heating our kitchen, right? So all of you are familiar with this. The next second conventional source of energy is fossil fuel. How fossil fuels are formed?
Plants
And
dead plants and
buried
animals.
Lakshmi Nandakumar is answering. Right, good. I know all of you are answering. Yes, I don't need mass answering. That's why I call one child. Lakshmi Nandakumar.
Ma'am, dead remains of plants and animals that are buried under the earth for million years, they convert into into fossil fuels because
Fossil
of
fuel.
heat
Because they go
temperature.
through high pressure and heat and got converted into fossil fuels, right? Okay. Then Pratik, can you see examples of fossil fuels?
Coal,
Coal. Then
petroleum,
Suryadev, can you tell me the other examples of fossil fuel?
Natural gas,
Natural gas and one more example.
petroleum,
Petroleum. Coal, petroleum and natural gas are examples of fossil fuels, right? Okay. Then we discussed coal, a fossil fuel, right? Coal is a solid rock, it's a hard rock, but we use it as solid fossil fuel. And coal is called buried sunshine. Coal is used in industries as raw material and for burning also as domestic fuel. It's used as domestic fuel and it's used in industries. So it's considered as a fossil fuel for burning, right? That's why we call coal is referred to as buried sunshine. Buried sunshine means coal. This is a fossil fuels were buried under the surface, under the layer of the earth for millions of years, right? Then next we discuss petroleum. Petroleum is called black gold because of the color and its value, right? It's very valuable, called black gold. Then Middle East countries, mostly Middle East countries or Gulf countries are the leading producers of petroleum. In India, two states produce petroleum. What are they? Which all states?
Assam and Maharashtra.
Assam and Maharashtra. Okay, very good. Assam, Maharashtra and Delta of Krishna and Godavari rivers. Then, I hope all of you have understood and read this portion till petroleum. Next conventional source of energy is natural gas. Let us see in detail about natural gas.
സ്മാർട്ടായിട്ട് പറയാം ഇപ്പൊ പേടിക്കണ്ട കൂടെ
Natural gas. Then natural gas, it's found with petroleum deposit. Sedimentary rocks. It's found at sea or ocean. It's found with petroleum deposit. But when natural gas is released when crude oil is taken to the surface of the earth. When we extract crude oil, that is the actual form, right? Actually, we extract crude oil from nature, and after processing in refineries, we get variety of products like coal, petroleum, etc. Then when we take crude oil, this natural gas is released. So it's found with petroleum deposit. Then natural gas used as domestic and industrial fuel.
Okay, ma'am.
Domestic and industrial fuel. Then, a very few countries in the world have or producers of natural gas. Very few countries, mostly European countries. Major producers in the world are Norway, UK, and Netherlands. In India, it's two states, one in Rajasthan, Jaisalmer in Rajasthan, and Tripura. Natural gas. In India's two states, Jaisalmer is a place in Rajasthan and Tripura. Mostly European countries are the producers of natural gas. Then, all of you understood all these points? Natural gas found with petroleum deposit. It can be used as domestic and industrial fuel, and a few countries are the producers of natural gas, mostly European countries. Right? Then what is special about natural gas? What make it different from other fossil fuels? Natural gas. Natural gas is the cleanest form of energy. Cleanest form of energy. Natural gas means it's a mixture of many gases. It contains carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, sulfur, etc. Many gases. Petroleum and coal also contain many things. That's why we learned a sentence. It has a definite chemical composition, right? Some physical properties, hardness, density, solubility, thickness. Based on this, we identify minerals. So all minerals consist of some other minerals. For example, here natural gas is a mixture of many gases like carbon, hydrogen, helium, oxygen, and sulfur. And what makes it different from other fossil fuel earths? It emits least amount of carbon dioxide into the air. It emits least amount of carbon dioxide. It emits least amount of carbon dioxide into the air. That's why we use the sentence here, it is the cleanest form of energy, because it emits least amount of carbon dioxide. Clear? Then
Yes, ma'am.
we don't have, when we use natural gas, we don't have much emission of carbon dioxide or carbon emission from, we don't have much emission of carbon from natural gas. So I told you, mostly European countries are the major producers of natural gas. That's why more European countries looks very clean and beautiful. In our countries, in vehicles and industries, it emit large amount of carbon, right? Large amount of carbon dioxide into the air. It leads to it make our atmosphere, or it leads to pollution, right? Then you might have seen vehicles passing through the road, right?
Yes.
Then when vehicles passing through, it emit smoke, right? It release smokes. Then what is the color of that smoke?
Black.
Gray black color, right? Because we are using other food, because the use of fossil fuels increase the amount of carbon dioxide in the air, because all these fossil fuels, when it burn, it emit carbon, right? It emit carbon and it cause pollution. Clear? So natural gas is the cleanest form of energy. Then who are the producers? Mostly European countries are the producers of natural gas. That's why European countries look very clean and beautiful. We use natural gas. Natural gas emit least amount of carbon dioxide or carbon into the air. Then in India, only 2 states produce natural gas. So we import natural gas from other countries like Syria, Iran, Sudan, Algeria, etc. We import natural gas from other countries. Clear? Natural gas is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum, and natural gas are non-renewable source of energy. Non-renewable source of energy. Then the continuous use of fossil fuels, it's lead to the or it affect the availability of the resource, right? Then, as we all know, burning of fossil fuels, it release more carbon into the atmosphere and cause pollution. That's why we are looking for non-conventional source of energy. What are the non-conventional source of energy? I have given some examples.
Wind energy,
Wind
solar
energy,
energy,
Tidal energy.
tidal energy,
solar energy.
solar energy. That's why we are looking for non-conventional source of energy, because it's non-pollutant, right? Non-pollutant, and it is easily available. It's it's renewable. Fossil fuels are non-renewable. It takes thousands of years its formation. Okay. Then next one is tidal power. What is tidal power? Other all topics you are very much familiar with it. You can explain. Tidal power.
Water related.
Yes, water lake, because power generated from or energy get from water.
Water.
Tidal power. Hydroelectricity. Have you heard this word hydroelectricity? We have hydroelectricity projects.
Ma'am.
Yes, hydroelectricity. It's a form of tidal power. Hydroelectricity is a form of tidal power. Hydroelectricity. It's a form of tidal power and as the most widely used energy. Most widely used renewable energy. Tidal power is a renewable energy, right? Because energy Generated energy get from water, produced from water. Hydroelectricity is a form of tidal power and is the most widely used renewable energy. Renewable energy. You know, in India, in Kerala, how we produce electricity? How we produce electricity? Yes?
Water.
From water. Have you visited any place, any hydroelectric project, any
Madhya
hydroelectric, any place which produce electricity, right? Yes, Nivedya?
Idikki Dam and all.
Idikki Dam, right? In Idikki we have, in Idikki that district we have many hydroelectric project, Pallivasal, Idikki hydroelectric project. And in India we have many hydroelectric projects, right? Then how it's work, let us see. See, you know, are you all of you are familiar with the dam, right?
Yes.
Dams
Yes,
are
ma'am.
very useful, not only for producing electricity, it's very useful, right? Okay. Then rainwater is not of its own. Rainwater or river water, okay? Rainwater or river water is stored in dams. That means water is stored in dams, right? And from this water, we produce electricity. How it's? This picture show you, this picture will tell you how electricity is produced from water. Is generated from water. As we all know, water is stored in dams, right? And made to and water from this picture you can see. Look at the picture. Water is stored in dams, right? And made this water fall from heights. When water falls from height, you can see a turbine. Here a turbine and a generator. What is turbine? What is turbine?
Thing that
Yeah.
rotates.
Turbine is a machine for producing electricity, right? And it is blade or wheel is fixed to it. See, you can see this. These are the blades of turbine machine. Like a wheel, right? Blades of wheel. I'll tell you what is this. Water stored in dam, and when water falls from height over the turbine, turbine is a machine. It has blade or wheel, right? You can then water fall on the turbine move, right? Blades of the turbine start moving. When it start move, it will turn the generator, and generator produce electricity. You have learned this process in physics, right? How electricity is produced from water. See, when water falls over the turbine, blades, they move the blades, right? And when the blades start moving, it turns the generator to produce electricity. So tidal power is a non-conventional energy. So this is called hydroelectric power. Hydroelectricity, electricity produced from water is called hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity. So hydroelectricity is a form of tidal power, is the most widely used renewable energy. Rainwater stored in dams. When does water fall over the turbines, turbine blades move and it turns the generator to produce electricity. Electricity produced like this. It's called hydroelectricity. Then why we use it? Why we use the word renewable energy? You can see renewable because water is easily available, and at the same time we can use the water in dam for other purposes, for irrigation, for agriculture purposes. We can use the same water. Then conservation, reuse. Many countries follow this method, produce electricity like this from water. Then leading producers of hydroelectricity are Norway, Brazil, China, etc. In India, we have many hydroelectric projects, Bakranangal, Gandhi Sagar, Nagarjuna Sagar, etc. In Idiki, we have many projects. Clear? Hydel power is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Hydel power, hydroelectricity is a form of hydel power and is most widely used renewable source of energy, right? Then here water, we generate electricity from water. Water stored in dams used for producing or generating electricity. A waterfall from height, waterfall over the turbine. When water falls on turbine over the turbine blades will move and it will turn the generator to produce electricity. And leading producers of hydroelectricity or hydropower is Norway, Brazil, and China. In India, we have many projects: Bakranangal, Gandhi Sagar, Nagarjuna Sagar, then Damodar Valley. Then find out the name of hydroelectric project or hydroelectricity projects in Kerala. So we have completed conventional source of energy. The next topic is non-conventional source of energy. What is non-conventional source of energy?
Modern source of energy.
Modern source of energy and
Renewable.
Renewable.
source of energy.
Ma'am.
Examples?
Conventional,
Yes.
right?
Yes, Sisha?
Ma'am, hydel power is non-conventional.
What? Yeah, hydel power is non-conventional source of energy. Yes, correct. Then example, solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, hydel power. All these are examples of non-conventional source of energy, right? It's renewable source of energy, right? Then, increased use of fossil fuel, right? What will happen to the fossil fuel? Definitely, when the use or consumption of fossil fuel is increasing, fossil fuel will get exhausted, right? So that's why and one more important point you have to remember is continuous use of fossil fuel or burning of fossil fuels cause pollution, environmental pollution. So this led to the tapping or need of non-conventional source of energy, renewable, and it does not cause pollution, environmental pollution. Let us see what are they. First one, solar energy. Solar energy is a non-conventional source of energy. Then you might have seen solar panels, solar heaters, right? What do you want to say about solar energy? Share your opinion with me. Solar
Ma'am.
energy. What all points you know about this? Yes.
Ma'am, solar heater is used to heat the water and all.
Yeah, solar heater. Nowadays we are using solar heater for heating water, for to get hot water, right?
Yes.
In
Ma'am,
our
it
house, we are
takes
using solar heaters. Right.
takes energy takes
Use
energy from
water heater operated with the work with electricity, right? It required electricity. We need electricity. Then,
ma'am, it takes energy from the
Isha,
sun.
louder.
It takes energy from the sun.
Sorry,
Ma'am, it takes energy from the sun.
what she's saying? I know she's saying
Ma'am, she
something.
is saying that it takes energy from the sun.
Another?
Energy from the sun. It
Yeah,
takes.
energy from the sun. We use heat energy. We use the solar energy, sun's light, right? And convert to heat energy. Solar energy convert to heat energy. Then what about other things which operated with the help of solar energy? Tell me.
Airports.
Sorry? Say louder.
Airports.
Airports. Yes, say it. Explain it. Yes, I'm waiting for this point from you. Airport. Which airport?
Ma'am, Cochin.
Cochin Nedumbasheri Airport. Right. Then what you have seen?
Solar panel.
Solar panels, right? Solar panels are fixed there, right? Then what is the use of solar panels? Are they using solar panels?
They
Completely, that airport is working with the help of solar energy, right?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, completely. So you might have seen solar panels on the on the top of the roof. Have you seen solar panels?
Yes, ma'am.
Mainly solar panels, I mean industries, houses are using solar energy. Many industries are working on solar energy. Then even an airport a big airport working on solar energy. So solar energy it's trapped from sun can be used in solar cells, right? Solar cells to produce electricity. You might have seen solar panels. Have you seen solar panels?
Yes, ma'am.
This one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then solar energy trapped from sun or can be used in solar cells to generate electricity. Initial payment is we have to the initial payment fixing charges a bit high, but it will be very useful. We don't need to pay electricity charge when we fix this, when we use this in our house. All electronic things items will work on it. So this mostly tropical regions. Tropical region means the equatorial regions or the countries lies in the torrid zone. Use benefit out of it or benefit out of it. Why? Equatorial region or places in the torrid zone, countries in the torrid zone.
High heat,
High
high
sun.
sunlight and heat.
Heat.
Because torrid, yes, very good. Torrid zone receives heat means very hot, right? Torrid zone means very hot. It receives heat and light from the sun. So countries lies in the torrid zone or in the tropical countries. We can use the word tropical countries. Benefit out of it. Solar energy. Then solar energy is used in solar. What all things? Solar heater, solar cooker, then solar induction stove is available, solar um, for lightning traffic signals, then solar dryer, especially to dry some substances. Solar dryer used to dry some substances, especially food items. See the solar dryer, then solar heater, solar cooker. Have you seen any one of those? This one you have seen, right? Solar panel. Solar heater. I
Yes.
think some of you are using solar in your house, using
Yes, ma'am.
solar heater to get hot water.
Yes.
Yes. Then solar cooker. The no need of gas stove to cook food. This is enough. Solar cooker. Then if you want to dry vegetables, fruits, you can use solar dryer. Because for this power and energy come from the solar panels. Solar panels convert energy, and that energy used for drying vegetables, fruits. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Solar energy.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a non-conventional source of energy and renewable energy. Right? It will never end up. Right? It will never exhaust. It will never get exhaust. It will never end up. The next one is wind energy. What do you know about wind energy? Inexhaustible, right? It will never get over. Wind energy. Inexhaustible. Then what do you know about wind energy?
Ma'am, windmill are used for generating
Yes,
electricity.
windmills are used for generating electricity. Have you seen windmills?
Yes.
Where?
And when we go to Mar,
Yeah, Tamil Nadu, right? In India, Tamil Nadu is the largest producer of wind energy. Then, in some other places also. And in Kerala, first windmill is established in Palakkad, Kanchikode. When I discussed the same in 8th B class, they said one child has seen this in Chalakudi. I don't know, I'm not sure about it. In Palakkad, we have one windmill, we have windmills, Kanchikode. So, for a long time, we are using windmills. But in olden days, windmills were used for for generating electricity. In olden days, windmills were used for grinding grains and lifting water. Right? And modern days, we have windmills. We use windmills and generate electricity for industries. Many industries work on wind energy. In olden days, that's why I told you for a long time we are using wind energy. In olden days, wind energy used for grinding grains. See, this is like our modern grinder. Same process, but two grinding stones are here, but it is operated by wind energy, not electricity. Then these are windmills. We call this place wind farm. Wind farm.
ma'am, in Alapura also windmill is there, right?
Sorry?
Ma'am, in Alapura,
Where is it there? I'm not
yes,
sure
ma'am.
about it.
Windmill.
Because coastal region, its ideal location for this is a coastal region. Then how it works? High speed, look at this high speed wind. High speed wind turn this windmills, right? This fan, this leads. And it's connected with a generator. It's connected with generator. So it's connected with the generator. Then high speed wind rotate those windmills. And when it move, it turn the generator to produce electricity. An ideal location for windmill are coastal region, mountain regions. Why coastal and mountain regions are the ideal location for windmills?
Those
There
areas
will
are
be
very
Ma'am,
windy.
because more wind will be
Yeah,
High speed
steady means very high speed wind. Strong and steady wind, high speed wind blow over there. That's why coastal regions and mountain areas are the ideal location for windmills. Then all the developed nations are the leading producers. Most of the developed nations are the leading producers of wind energy, because building windmill is very expensive. That's why all developed countries like Norway, UK, USA and all. In India, India is coming up. In India, we have wind farms. In Tamil Nadu, we have wind farms. Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is in India, state Tamil Nadu is the largest producer of wind energy. In the world, China is the largest producer of wind energy. Building windmill is very expensive. It's expensive. So India is the developing country. It's coming up. Then we can expect in coming years. This is about windmill. Clear? Solar energy and wind energy, hydropower.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to show you one video. It's the time to wind up the class. Next class I'll show you one video related with the solar, how solar panels work, solar cooker and all. Okay. Read this portion. Underline all the important points in your textbook. Today we have completed only 3 topics. Hydropower,
Solar
Solar
energy.
energy and wind energy.
solar energy. Okay. Thank you, dear children. See you in the next class.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.